Good afternoon. Welcome back from lunch. I hope you're full and ready to listen to some more presentations here at the lab. We are honored and excited to welcome Mr. Jon Schultz from ezLocator. He's going to entice us with how his platform works and how it can benefit your systems and operation at your golf course. Please stay tuned for another giveaway of a coffee mug and a gift card. Mr. Schultz is going to ask you a question upon completion, and hopefully you get the answer correct. So, John, all yours.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. What I want to kind of go through is ask a few questions. Has anybody ever had a member say, what crazy guy put that flag there today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a bunch in the background. So the other piece is, what about optimizing your staff? You know, if you have a cup cutter, how often do you have to communicate to him? You know, you tell him to go do one thing, he does another, puts it in the wrong spot. Is that, you know, something that you guys have to encounter? How do you manage your staff on a daily basis? So one of the things that ezLocator is designed to do is to set up your shop for success. How do we do that? In the pre-planning standpoint, most organizations will try to do something and record something after it's happened. What if you had a tool that allowed you to pre-plan where that whole location is based on agronomic concerns? And that's what ezLocator's focus has always been. Now what we're doing is we're taking it to the next level. So one of the things is we recognize as most people's office, there is a maintenance area, but your office is really on that 200 or 400 acre plot where you're out there surveying the green, looking for things, checking your greens. Why can't we make sure that we ensure that the whole locations for today and the whole locations for tomorrow are going to be acceptable and playable by the membership? So that's why we basically have started and launched our ezLo app. It works in conjunction with ezLocator. ezLocator will pre-plan where those locations are. You can go out as far as you want, and you can select those whole locations based upon 5 rules. One is, do I have any areas I need to quarantine? Rule number 2 is, once I use a cup, I want to take it out of play. If I have a bent grass environment, it may take me 21 or 30 days for that hole to heal. If I'm in the south and I'm running Bermuda in the summertime, it may heal in 7 to 10 days. But what we're trying to do is take a look at it from an agronomic perspective and enhance the player's experience. So these series of rules, which includes, you know, quarantine areas, disabling areas, green speed is a big factor. And when it comes to that, but the purpose is we want to ensure that we are doing enough work ahead of time so that the members will enjoy every round they come out and play. So in doing that, we've actually created our mobile app to interface with ezLocator. So while I'm on the green, I can take my handheld device, walk on the green, check for bad locations, make that adjustment. And even if I have whole locations already pre-planned, I can do that. So what I want to do is quickly I want to demonstrate how we can go about doing this. So I'm going to have to stand a little bit closer. My wire's not far enough. But let's just say I'm out on the greens. I want to manage my greens. I'm surveying, I'm checking for moisture, I'm checking for other issues, wear and traffic, and I can go out to any one of the holes. And let's say I want to go to green number 4. So I'm on green number 4, checking for health, checking for wear and tear, and I notice that the back right quadrant of my green is starting to become a little weak. So as simple as a few clicks on my phone, I can select the area, and then I can decide what I want to do. Do I want to disable it today? Do I want to disable it in the future because I may have a special event that I want? But I'm looking at it from an agronomic perspective, so I'm going to say I want to disable it today. Today's the 6th, and maybe I want to disable it through the end of the month, and I hit save. This interfaces with our application in the shop, and so when we go to select hole location in the future, those holes will be out of play for the next 28 days. No more having to communicate to your cup cutter. Don't put it in the back right of hole location number 4. We basically are trying to mitigate any errors and omissions that may happen out there. Does that make sense? Questions, comments?
You scan the greens?
Yeah, so one of the first things we do with all of our clients, we do a scan of the greens. We want to understand all the minor slopes and topography and all that. When we come out and engage with a client for the first time, it takes us about 7 to 9 hours to do the scans. We then do the processing, and after we do the processing, we have another conversation about a week. So this is what we found. We then place the holes in the software, and within 2.5 to 3 weeks, you're up and running using the software. So it does interface with the desktop version. It is web-based, so if you forget to do something at the shop, you can come home and log in. So the other feature to this is, what if I've already planned in advance, and I've already planned all my hole locations, and so while I'm out doing the greens checking, I can also go and select the pin sheet area. It's a great preview tool to say, where are my holes today, where are my holes tomorrow, and where are my holes out up to 7 days. So let's just say I'm on green number 1, and I'm checking for plant health, I'm checking for this, I'm checking for that. And I can see, here's where hole location number today is. Here's where the hole location is for tomorrow. I can go out 7 days and take a look where those holes are going to be. Now, if I'm out there checking for plant health and there's where it's going to be tomorrow, I'll just go over there and walk over there and say, well, we got a little problem here. I don't want members playing over that, so I can easily move that. So by selecting it, I can move it to any available hole location I want. Make sure I put it right on the spot. Confirm. It works good as gold. System updates. Next morning, my cup cutter has instructions on exactly where to put it. The whole idea is we want to take an operation, make it seamless across all factions of your organization so that everybody's on the same page. Any questions? I'm open for discussion. I just wanted to kind of give you a brief highlight of how our product interfaces with our world-class ezLocator software. We've got several hundred clients from the Aeronomics, the LA Country Clubs, to the Olympia Fields, down to even a club called Jimmy Austin Golf Club, a university club. So, questions, comments?
What is it? What do you give your guys when they go out to change cuffs? Do you give them a paper that's got everything on there?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can provide them a hole location sheet, piece of paper, which has specific. We also have an app that integrates with this automatically called ezLocator. If I click on that, that's where my hole locations are for today. So it gives me specific instructions on where the front of the green is from the edge of the green, and he knows exactly where to go put it. So if I ever made any last minute changes, it will update this app, and this gives him specific instructions to it. And we have a process in place to make that happen.
So he can just look at his phone and just say, they got to make paces. That's it. That's where it's at.
I'm sorry?
He just put it on his phone. He goes hole by hole, and he can walk it off exactly where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So
do you have GPS by chance for your phone?
So the question is, how does he basically go locate that hole? Today we have a manual process using your feet. There are GPS devices that are in the $15,000 to $20,000 range, which for most budgets is a little bit out. We do have what I like to refer to a couple of science projects. We're down to about the $8,000 price to do that. The issue with GPS, and there's a lot of misinformation out there, is, oh, I've got GPS on my phone, why can't I go find that? The GPS on our phone is at best accurate to plus or minus 15 feet. So if we're 30 feet out, we may be in a bunker. So it's getting that accuracy. And so it's really, that's the whole process. There are networks being built. What's really great is this whole autonomous vehicle, initiative that's going on. They're building a network across the country so that if you're within 35 miles of one of these devices, you'll be able to tie into that network and you'll be able to get accuracy to the centimeter. Today we can demonstrate we can get accuracy to the centimeter, but it is a little bit pricey, and when we see it come down, that's when we'll introduce a GPS device.
Now, if you had a GPS sprayer and you have that interface already, could you integrate that with the GPS sprayer?
So so if you already have the GPS system on your property, you could actually, do that to get your little resolution, be able to have a little bit more accurate read, yes. And that's starting to become more and more popular. So do you have, like Toro? Yeah, so Toro's entered, there's a lot of the manufacturers, Toro, John Deere, and part of the process, what they're trying to integrate is this whole network, this error correction method to be able to locate that. So as that network gets built out, we'll be able to tie that in. There is actually a chip for the iPhone, hasn't been released yet, that will get you sub-foot level accuracy with some sort of network control. Great question. Any other comments, questions?
It's a monthly fee, or it's a yearly fee?
It's an annual fee. So the way our product is priced is priced by course. And so there's an initial cost up front for an 18-hole facility, initial cost for us to scan, get you all set up, training, customer support for that first year, as well as any other upgrades or updates, so that anything we do from a software perspective is all inclusive, is $9,500. After the first year, it's $1,500 a year. And that $1,500 a year gets you customer support. We do pick up the phone. A 5-minute phone call saves you hours of frustration, so we encourage our customers to call us. And then that includes any updates or upgrades if you have a change in staff. And we will also train them also. So we want to basically redefine customer service when it comes to the golf industry.
Do you have literature at your booth?
I'm sorry?
Do you have literature at your booth?
Yes, so we're at booth 3627, which is right down the hall. If you want to see a demonstration ezLocator, we do have somebody that kind of monitors the iPad version. But if you really want a full demonstration, come to 3627. Be happy to do it.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for your time. I guess there's a question that I need to ask everybody. Where's Jason? I don't know what the magic question is. Oh, here he is.
Question being, and you can't be Felix to answer, is the application mobile responsive? Congratulations, Andrew.
The answer is yes.